Having good audio is just as important as having good video. So the question of today is, will the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus get you good audio in 2024 and beyond? The mic first came out back in 2017, but the good news is that tech for microphones like this hasn't really made a whole lot of strides. There's not a whole lot of room to improve, which means this microphone is still really solid. Over the years, I've figured out how to get the best audio quality possible out of it, which I'll show you in a minute, but first, let's talk build quality. The VideoMic Pro Plus is quite lightweight, but it's still very durable. Plus, it has a built-in shock mount to reduce any handling noises when you're holding the camera or holding the microphone. All of this makes it great for vloggers and video creators. The mic's audio input is a standard 3.5mm jack found on practically every camera and audio recording device. Plus, it comes with a cord that is plenty long enough to reach your mic input on your camera, no matter where you decide to mount the microphone on your camera. The battery life is absurd, lasting up to 100 hours on a single charge. A nice safety feature is, in the rare case that the microphone does die, maybe you forgot to charge it, it can also be powered by 2 emergency AA batteries.
And that's not the only safety feature that Rode has thrown into this microphone. By clicking the power and dB adjustment buttons simultaneously, you turn on a safety track that will ensure that you never ever peak your audio again.
It works like this. The VideoMic records mono audio, which means basically the left and the right track are the same. When the safety track is turned on, the mic splits the left and the right track and records one of them, I believe it's the right track, at -10 decibels. Now, in case your audio levels were set accidentally too high or something really loud and unexpected happens, you can always go to that backup track to source clean audio of that moment. Just pull your audio tracks into your editing software and have either the left track or the right track routed to both channels, depending upon whether you want the regular track or the backup.
On the back of the mic, you have a dedicated button to adjust the decibels up 20 or down 10, which has just been really useful for me if I need to adjust it quickly up or down, because it's way simpler to hit that than to go into your camera settings and adjust all that stuff manually. There's also a button to adjust the high and low pass filters if that's something that you need when you're on set. Plus, there's a dedicated power button, which usually isn't necessary because of my favorite feature on this microphone, which is the power on and off automatically, or the automatic power on and off.
When connected to a camera, the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus automatically senses when that camera turns on and powers itself on as well, which means one less thing for you to worry about and one less way to ruin your footage. Because we all know that having good audio is essential to making a good video. I'm out here to kind of show you what the audio from the mic sounds like out in the wild. You see, the quality of your dialogue, your music, and your sound effects all has to be top tier to stand out in today's crowded YouTube space, which is why I use Epidemic sound. As creators, we need to use music that we're licensed to use, otherwise we get the big old demonetization. The problem is most copyright-free music sounds like absolute garbage. This is where Epidemic sound comes in. They've partnered with incredibly talented musicians to supply us creators with awesome music so that we never have to worry about copyright strikes again. Not only are you able to keep all of the revenue from your videos, but Epidemic sound also pays the musician, so it's a win-win. Whether you're a YouTuber, a social media content creator, or a whole video production company, Epidemic sound has a license for you. And you can get started with a personal plan totally for free for 30 days by going through the link that I have in my description below. These guys are the real deal. I love working with them. I love using their music in all of my videos. So I highly encourage you to go try it out totally for free. I'm sure that you will love it. Thank you to Epidemic Sound for sponsoring this video. Now let's get back to talking about the mic.
As for mounting, the shock mount has a built-in cold shoe adapter, and there's a little thread at the bottom which works perfectly for attaching this to a boom pole, which is key to making the most out of this microphone.
Recording incredible audio isn't entirely dependent on having a high quality, good microphone. You also need to know how to use it, and usually that means getting very close. To get the best sound possible out of the VideoMic Pro Plus, I bought a boom pole and a Zoom H5 recorder and set those up for talking headshots, which allows me to get a lot closer to the microphone for fuller and crisper audio. It also helps negate background noise. This is an example of the boom audio. This is what you've been listening to. And this is an example of the same mic, but a few feet away from me, mounted on top of the camera. It makes quite a big difference. The boom audio is quite nice, and I've used it on a number of YouTube videos, as well as plenty of client shoots, and I've never had any complaints with the quality coming out of this. Now, when you're vlogging, you cannot carry a boom around with you all the time, nor do you want to be looking like this. So thankfully, the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus is very good at directional audio. It does a good job of blocking out background noise, even when simply mounted to the top of your camera. But for some extra clarity, I use a camera cage around my R6 and mount the microphone to the top of the handle, which gets it a little bit closer to me, giving some crisper audio, and being this much further in front and above the lens, it cuts out some of the autofocusing noise that you get from some of the noisier lenses like this 16 to 35. These techniques are really the key to getting great sounding audio out of this mic. Of course, the mic does sound good on its own. This is the VideoMic Pro Plus. And for comparison, this is audio coming just from my iPhone. Now, I'm not an audio engineer, so I didn't want to make this review about really specific technical specs and kind of, well, whatever the equivalent of pixel peeping would be for audio. Because for a mic like this, high quality audio is expected. And it's more about the features and the use cases that make this stand out from the other options out there. At $300 new, the VideoMic Pro Plus sits pretty comfortably in the middle prosumer range for microphones. There are cheaper options out there, sure, but you're still not spending the $1,000 plus that you would to get a super high quality production grade mic. When you factor in features like the safety track and the automatic power on and off, I am confident in saying that despite its age, this is still the best microphone for most creators even now. Now, mics and cameras are important, but there's some tools that are very inexpensive that every creator needs to have. You can find out what those are by clicking on that video right over there.